I think he's a bit of a dude, man.
He 100% is a dude. Guys, we're live. This is the weekend wrap. Apologies, we're a day later. We were supposed to be on Sunday, but as I said, we're going to be flexible around Sunday and Monday. Dean's in the house. I'm here. I've just done a live for Full Time Devils, a live for my channel. Alexis Sanchez is a red. We're going to talk about that in a little bit because we've had a lot of chat about that. Now, obviously, we're both buzzing. But firstly, HENRIKH Mkhitaryan's left. Dean, how you feeling? I'm going to get in the comments. About Mkhi?
It's disappointing, isn't it?
Like, is there a part of you that's a bit gutted about Mkhi?
Yeah, I think, like I say, he did start with good form. This season, he started with good form. And I just think, he did have some bad form. I think sometimes the players around don't know. But one thing I don't like is when we have players, sometimes just simple stuff you just do wrong with, like a simple 5-yard pass, and it's like, this is not even, you're not even threading the ball through, you just see squaring it and you give it straight up. Like, literally, the one thing I didn't want is literally every time he come on, straight, he gives the ball away enough. But my thing is, I just, when he, in Europa League, he's class. I was watching the other day, I was watching some of his clips from last season. It's like some of the stuff he does, no one else is going to do.
That goal, was it Rostov or Zoria there? So, was it his first ever goal?
When he drops the Meg on my man.
Yeah, just ran through.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. At the time, it's like no one was running really at our position, and it's like
he's going to sit in at Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think he's not a direct. For me, he's not a direct replacement for Sanchez.
Never.
Yeah, because I don't think they really play the same kind of position. Obviously, Sanchez can play up front and he can play after left or the right, but I don't think Mkhitaryan can play that far forward, and he's not going to be a striker. But in terms of link up, to me again, I don't know if obviously the signs look like maybe Ozil will stay, but if he doesn't, is Mkhitaryan not like a direct replacement for Ozil?
And then Aubameyang the replacement for maybe Sanchez if they can get him. But that's just talk. If Arsenal got Aubameyang, Mkhi, kept Lacazette, there's talk they're going to get Giroud gone, but I think he's sick as well. Do you think they could push on again, or is it just false hopes for Arsenal regardless of who they sign now? No,
I think they would be better than they are, innit? Well, I don't know, because in terms of, I don't think you can replace Sanchez, but at the same time, if you can get, I don't think you can replace what he does in the team in terms of he can defend and attack and score goals. But Aubameyang could replace his goals. Obviously, I don't know about the rest. Obviously, as a team, they could probably handle that. But I don't know. The only thing I would be thinking if I was an Arsenal fan is that why didn't we go for Aubameyang before? Why does it take Sanchez to kind of have to go to then think, oh yeah, and it's like you could have just gone for Aubameyang at the start of the season because he's never moved. I don't understand.
Is that a worry then? That is there something that Aubameyang is only interested in Arsenal and not Real Madrid, Barca? Do you think those bigger clubs know something that they don't?
Nah, I think
why ain't Bayern Munich swiped him up?
Lewandowski.
Is that So it's just a case that everyone else has players in his position.
That's all. I think at the moment, like those clubs, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, they've all got number 9s, and it's like you're not really. Well, you can play him off a number 9 or something, but for the money you pay. But that's what it baffles me. He hasn't moved, and then I didn't think it was real with Aubameyang. Even now, they're talking that their people are over there, so maybe there is some truth to it. But
they were searching cars and everything, number plates and this, that, and the other. We see all in the transfer window. Planes getting tracked. Someone went on the motorway just to watch Sanchez's plane land. Put the video on Twitter. Bag of retweets, and that's kind of transfers just get it's only been 10 days, but it feels like it's been a month with this Sanchez thing. Because there's so much information you're fed in it. Every hour you're fed an update, rather than you check teletext at night and in the morning, and that's it. Times have changed. But Mkhitaryan, what would your lasting memory be of him? Would you think he's a flop? Would you think he's just someone that didn't fit in under Mourinho? Would you think he's someone that's a good player, but we've had to sacrifice for an even better player? How would you look back on Mkhitaryan's, 18 months as a United player?
Yeah, I think it'd be a bit. It's been good, but I'd probably sum up as being unlucky. Because, again, if we're not going for Sanchez, who else? You don't really have swap deals with top players, really. And this is kind of the only situation where it would happen. And obviously, even then, it's you look at it, it's Mkhitaryan's got a good deal out of this. If you're talking, he's gone from 140 to maybe 200k a week. And you're going to play every week. And he's just a job. Obviously, you want to play for Man United more, but
I think he'll do well there, I think it's no pressure.
Yeah, well, there's less.
It's kind of the things that he couldn't hack at United, the pressure of playing for the club, maybe the manager, like the type of manager. I think Wenger's someone who'll probably flourish under.
Yeah, I think he could. That's my only worry in terms of that he will. Obviously, fair play. I ain't gonna hate on him if he does that. Fair play to you, bro. But I know you are classing it, so it's like if you do go on and do sit, then fair play. But at the same time, if he was an Arsenal fan, Mkhitaryan is another. He's a luxury player, and like he was at United at times where he would. He can offer you something, like he can just leave him on, say, like if he's playing poor, he can change the game, but at the same time, he's not a player. If you're losing, he's not really a player you're looking to have on your team, trying to win the ball back, and you know what I'm saying. He's not that player who's going to do that. Whereas Sanchez is, and obviously that's who they've just lost. And obviously, hopefully, he'll bring that to United. Where
sorry, go on.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I think that Sanchez to me gets another 10 to 20% more out of everyone else because he will demand that. You know what I'm saying? He plays hard. And it's like,
and he's come like he ain't got 3 years to wait. He needs trophies like this contract. This is his last real contract for trophies. And I've just put MUTV on in the background for a reason. When you see that, this is the moment where we switch over to Alexis Sanchez now. In terms of Mkhitaryan for me, I'm going to do a video, top 5 MUFC moments. I did like him. I thought he's a good player. I thought he's a nice guy as well. But I feel maybe him being a nice guy has probably lost him his United career in a certain way as well. But when you see that man in a United shirt, he's talking about his dogs and shit. What the fuck, man?
Nah, he's just said moments ago though. It's like he play down the left, he can play through the middle. He's just like, I'm happy to play anywhere, and it's like that's the sort of player we need. You get me? Like I think to be honest, I think anywhere up top, I think he can damage teams. Like I say, when I think it was last season when I came with you to United, when we played Arsenal, I said before the game, it's like I'm going to keep an eye out for Ozil. Because I've seen Ozil play like before, whatever, but when we was watching the game, Alexis Sanchez was head and shoulders above everyone on the pitch. That's including United players. And that's why it's like ever since then, it's like I've been thinking, it's like we knew, obviously I knew Alexis Sanchez is he's a baller, but he's head and shoulders above everyone. This was last season. Even now, I think he walks into our team. He walks into our team really.
Where did you play him? If we played him on, for example, let's look at the team against Burnley on Saturday. So we had it was a 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. We had David De Gea in goal, Ashley Young at left back, Valencia right back. We had Smalling Jones. In the midfield, we had Pogba and Matic, 4-2-3-1. Lingard in the hole, Mata on the right, Martial, Lukaku. Who's got a worry there?
It's a bit. It's probably like again. It's a bit unlucky, but again, like, we need to kick on. And Matt is sick, but we just if Matt had more pace, I think we wouldn't need to sign. Maybe we wouldn't need to sign a Sanchez, but we need someone with pace and so. Like I think in that team, I think you do drop Mata and bring in Alexis. Alexis just brings to be honest, like I said, any of those positions. I think you could even switch him for Lingard really, like,
and put Mata in the middle behind the striker. Even Sanchez behind the striker would work.
But to be honest, even saying it's like I think if you have everyone else in rigid positions, to me, I think like Mourinho, maybe he won't do that because he's kind of he's like defensive minded at times. I think I would just say to Alexis, you just go and play. Like you just go, you know what I'm saying? Like, and because even when you watch him with Arsenal, you just drift from everywhere.
Yeah,
and I've watched him for Chile, does the same thing. Like he's not.
Have you been concerned by his form this season? Because people say, he's got attitude. Do you think anything's shown, or do you think he was just let down by his team this season?
I think obviously if you wanted to, like at the same time, it's like I imagine if I was a football player, obviously I've played football, not to no high level like this, but just from a general
in the old cage.
So just as generally, like if I was playing football and someone said I can play for Arsenal, and then City do come in for it, and it's like you can tell at the start of the season City are gonna have a better season than Arsenal, like just from their investment. Then someone says you can go there, you can get more money, whatever, and then really when you last year your contract, so the club needs to get some money back, and then they say no. I wouldn't want to, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want to stay, especially when like you are head and shoulders above everyone at Arsenal, but you're not.
Especially when they're playing shit as well.
Yeah, like
and you're probably looking around thinking, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, and it's like even that, it's like who's the ballers? It's like Ozil, and then you're thinking, at least go and sign someone. It's not, like I said, he's big money in that, but he's not. To me, he's not like in Suarez bracket or Lukaku bracket. Like probably Lukaku in there yet as world class, but he's not. So obviously he's a decent goal scorer, but he hasn't been great for me this season. So again, like if you're sitting looking at that, I think you'd be thinking, why am I here? And I think that could cause you to play, especially when even when I have seen him in it, it's like he's going nuts. But it's because your team's losing and there's not you got Ramsey.
Some people want to know, do pineapples belong on pizza, dude?
As long as it's not next to ham, then yeah. you can roll with that. No ham, no.
Are we going to be back raiding Arsenal for Ozil? You mentioned Ozil earlier.
I don't think we won't be raiding them because if we go for him, I think it'd be a Bosman. But the way he looks, I reckon he could stay. And I'd like him to come to United, but I don't know. Like I think he does have where Alexis can kind of move and say it's business or whatever. I want to go and win things. I think Ozil seems to have a bit more of a kind of.
He's all that Yard Gunners Yard shit as well, isn't he? He loves all that. What is it? Yard Gunners Yard.
Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully we do. But like I say, if we do, I think it'll be on a free. But
Paul Pogba asks, probably the real Paul Pogba in the comments. Adam, is he going to play on Friday? Not Dean. Sanchez. Do you think we play? Do you want to see Sanchez make his debut at Yeovil?
No, I don't. If he comes out against Inter, I'll be vexed. It's like, yes. So no, I don't. I would want to see him at the next game, but could against Yeovil, no, I don't want to see him at against. He's just play who should just play some of the squad players and let Lingard free.
Definitely let Lingard free. Abdullah's in the comments. Abdullah, let me know if you want me to phone you in. Yeah, I'll phone you in.
Where was Man City in the box, yo?
I know, oi!
Yeah, where's the Holland man? Man's up, you got my Twitter, bro.
Abdullah got new friends now. Seen Abdullah the other day. Shout out Abdullah. Thanks, Abdullah. He knows what I'm talking about. Does he celebrate against Arsenal? Ebenezer says. I think we play Arsenal. Is it February the 28th?
I think he does.
Yeah,
I think so. I think to be honest, I think he wants to win in it. So I don't like me. I don't know how I look. It's like I want to win everything at some low level. So if I was at a big level, now
can't be B team level.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's win this.
Trust me. So if I'm at a high level and I'm scoring, I'm gonna be happy in it. And obviously, the Arsenal fans have given me stick in it. Like I've seen some this weekend, a couple of fans obviously coming. It's like it's sad to see him go or whatever, but. Yo, what's this thing?
Just read Jesse Lingard's tweet. Read it out loud for everyone. Go on, read that.
Hello, is that Alexis Sanchez? Welcome to Man United. I knew you wanted to come in and rap with him and them.
And he's on the phone in his full Gucci suit, and his Gucci socks had JL on them. Yeah. And did you see that tweet? It had Hazard in a supply and demand tracksuit.
No.
Jay Lingard in his Gucci one, and it said, "Our man's wear Gucci, yours wear supply and demand." Supply and demand for me if you want some positive PR.
But that's Bugs' thing.
It is, yeah. Okay. Well, not anymore. But yeah, that's a funny tweet. I've just seen a picture of Sanchez saying, "Since I was a young boy, it's always been my dream to play for Manchester United." Do you believe it? This comes into the whole City United thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I said, I've not been to Chile, but I've been to like North America, and it's like. Just there, like Man United's massive. Like football is massive. And I was in America a couple of years ago when the Copa America World was there when they won it, and I was over there then, and it's like people are obviously soccer over there, but it's like they're going nuts for it. So I kind of met when I was in New York. You know what I'm saying? I met some Colombians. First thing I said to them was "Red man Falcao," and you know what I'm saying? They knew what man was talking about. So it was like I think if you are like because of Man United's global reach, I think 100% you would definitely know about Man United from years ago. So to be honest, I think if you ask someone now in Chile, do you know who Man City are? Maybe some would know, but you ain't gonna get no one who hasn't. If you know what I'm saying, not from back in the day. City ain't got that. You can tell with their income in it.
You can tell with the fact that they're playing some of the best football. Look. The Premier League season.
That's what I'm saying. What's the deal?
And it's not even like two Man United fans sitting here, let's laugh at City's attendance. It's not that. It's just simple facts that.
Yeah, not for real. They're not even talking about they don't even own that stadium, but I don't never hear them talking about let's extend this. You know what I'm saying? Like
they did recently. They extended it.
Okay, well, for.
Don't know why. Probably because Take That were coming next summer or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all for events, isn't it? So.
Moving on from that, Sanchez. Final thoughts on Sanchez before we move on.
Like I said, obviously it's time to get to work in it, but obviously I think he could be a massive success. Like, if you think of what Van Persie brought to us, obviously I don't think he's going to bring that immediately not to this season. But I think moving forward, like now, like I say, I was thinking on the way here. It's like, yo, what would you be thinking now? Again, I don't know what Fellaini's discussions have been with the club like, but if he's saying, for example, like I might leave. So if you see Alexis Sanchez pulling up here, you think, bro, where am I going from here? You know what I'm saying? And I think like other players now, you will start, not to say didn't have a pull before, but you may have thought that City were kind of running away with it. But now, like people like Alexis is here, and it, so who wouldn't want to come to United? And Mourinho's here. Like,
we started that rebuild for the summer already.
Yeah. If you break down Mourinho, like obviously Van Gaal had 2 seasons. You break down Mourinho's at the end of this one. 100%, like Mourinho's on a sick job in terms of turnaround, like just through the players he's been able to attract. Because like I say, under Moyes, we couldn't get Cruz, we couldn't get Thiago, we couldn't get no. You know,
we could have got Fellaini for 20 million, and then we waited and got him for 27.
That's what I'm saying. Under Van Gaal, you get me. The only people we could have attracted was like some Dutch players and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we couldn't really attract no, and it's like now Mourinho's coming in 2 years. Turn that squad around, I think. Like.
Upside down, and we got a spine, and we've got a couple of world class players, and things are looking good. Moving on from that into things that are probably not looking good for a certain someone. Obviously, Antonio Conte's Chelsea, they won this weekend, so they did all right on that front. But recently, they've been linked to Andy Carroll, Peter Crouch, Ashley Barnes, I think his name is. What is going on? Are they turning into the EDL? What's happening? Brexit? Does Brexit mean Brexit down in Chelsea?
I just think they're trying to be more financial. I can only imagine they're trying to be more financially astute. I was saying to you the other day about Ross Barkley going there. 15 million, I think, is a snip for Ross Barkley. But again, it's like he's a sick player, but it's like again, like Chelsea wants to get that. They want to get it done in the summer, and they got it done now. And it's like again, it's like they're trying to get sick players. They're trying to get sick players on the cheap and. Obviously, even with some of the moves that they have made in the transfer market, so it's kind of looked that way for a while. It's like I was surprised when they said Crouch, because obviously Crouch can do a job in it. Like we literally, it's like if you're just bringing, if you just
his international record's very good, and he's got 30 goals in the Champions League. So.
Obviously, that was quite a few years ago now, but it's like I think he can still do a job in terms of if in the last 5 minutes of any game, if you've got Crouch on the pitch, any tall player in it, it's like if Liverpool are losing. Van Dijk's going up front, and it don't really, and he's not going to be he's a decent baller, but Crouch is going to be a better finisher. So I think like he could do a job, but I just think it's a bit of a mockery. But like I said, I think they're just trying to be more financially astute. Ashley Barnes one is a bit laughable. The Carroll one I can kind of understand it because I don't think Carroll's great, but again he would cause people problems at the back if you just bring him on the last 15-20 minutes. And he has got a banger. He has half got a banger, and it's like literally if you're playing him for 20 minutes for 10 games or whatever it is. 15 games, whatever's left of the season, and he gets you 5 goals or something.
You know what I found that the price that was quoted was like 30 million. But Liverpool spent more on him 5 years ago.
Yeah. That's what they're trying to get him on. Can't be paying them kind of dollars. At the same time, the chance money's gone mad, bro.
Charlie is a Red says it's like Chelsea are playing fancy Premier League with a 5.5 million budget.
Trust me, gone over by the board and that.
I do though personally. On a serious note though, having looked at DiMarzio was the man that broke the Alexis Sanchez to Manchester United news. He's broken a lot of news over the last couple of weeks, and I kind of feel like Chelsea are trolling everyone, or maybe Crouch, Carroll, Barnes are a backup for if Edin Dzeko doesn't come through, because DiMarzio has been saying Edin Dzeko is going to sign for them. Do you think he can still? He won the Premier League with City, scored a fair few goals in City. He used to always score against United.
Yeah, I thought.
Where is he at the moment? Is that Juventus? Roma.
He scored a banger against Chelsea early in the season. But again, I thought Dzeko got done over at City because I thought he was one of the more consistent of their players. I don't know. When they sold him, it baffled me because I was thinking it's like Mata. Like I think if you look, like sometimes when I watch Matt play, I think he's awkward and stuff and he's not quick enough, but then you look at his statistics, it's kind of the same with Dzeko, and I just think that I don't understand why City let him go. And then if moving on to Chelsea, obviously if they're looking to sign him now, like, why are you signing him at the start of the season? Why don't you sign him when he left Chelsea? And it's like, if you're going for Dzeko who's like 32, and obviously he's going to be tailoring, because he's not... Is he that old? Yeah, he's not 32 now.
Yeah, 31, 32 in March, yeah.
No, okay, yeah.
You're right.
But it's like, if you're going to sign him at that age, Giroud's better than him. Or maybe... Giroud's... But at this point in time, Giroud's better than him. And he's kind of... You're only talking about these proper tall players, but I'll tell you now, I don't see Giroud lose a header, to be honest. Like, again, when I've seen him play Old Trafford, wins everything in the air.
Are you surprised that Arsenal let him go? Is it because he doesn't fit with Arsene Wenger's style?
I don't know, I'd be surprised if they do let him go. Again, you hear they're talking with Dortmund or whatever and talking about they may get rid of Giroud. But until it happens, I wouldn't really believe it. So, but I wouldn't sell him. I think you're mad. Like, again, I don't like sometimes I think he's an awkward player and that. But your man scores goals, man. Like you can't argue with his goals. His goal scoring record for his minutes and how many times he starts, he's not really, he does get goals. And the fact that he seems cool enough to kind of sit on the bench and he don't seem to kick up bare force on that. So if I had a player like that, I wouldn't. Even if how much money are you going to get for him? And
then the thing though, he was about to go to Everton. I think if he went to Everton last summer, Ronald Koeman's still in a job. I think that, because all Everton lacked was a striker under him. But it's kind of like a feeling where he's never been first choice at Arsenal, and no matter how many players come and go, Giroud's always on the bench. Yeah. So I feel like he will just want to leave. He's got the World Cup coming up in the summer. That's going to play on these players' minds. He does play for France.
Yeah, but
I think Giroud's better than Lacazette, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously, we depend on that kind of conversation. Because again, at the same time, it's like if he knows he's going to go somewhere else and score goals, why not move? But like at the same time, it's like unless he's going to be, if I was in a position, it's like unless you're going to be probably financially rewarded for that. Because obviously, if you're going to go to a small team, you want more dough. Maybe you would, but at the same time, like maybe he's just one of the players who just wants, like in his heart of hearts, thinks, I'm good enough to play for Arsenal. I just need to run up games, and then like you know what I'm saying. I don't know, because that can happen, isn't it? Like, or it takes an injury, and it's like comes in, or
and it's Arsenal where injuries happen regular.
So I don't know. If I just don't believe it. To me, I think Wenger would be crazy to sell him. To be honest,
Joe said, I asked everyone Lacazette or Giroud. He said none. They're both shit. Have you heard about these? Obviously, I hate talking about rumours, but Vidal's been linked. I think it's purely because we've just bought Sanchez.
To United?
Yeah, Arturo Vidal. He's been linked with Chelsea as well, but you wouldn't take him, man.
I think he's alright. Again, I watched
injuries.
The Copa America when the one is like he's like proper tenacious and stuff, and he's like he always looks like he's got a red card in him to me. The money that I'm sure the money they want from him is ridiculous. I think we do although we do want some.
But they have just signed Goretzka as well. Yeah. So they might be
good business. He's free transfer, I think as well.
Everyone wanted him to come to Manchester United, but Bayern Munich just swipe up them like they don't let anyone leave Germany. United used to be like that with the English talent. Like not English talent don't really leave England, but I mean in terms of like when Rooney was nearly going to Newcastle and United was like fuck that, can't have that happening. Like we used to be like that as well, but now obviously we're looking to get all these other players. Lacazette is Leroy Lita with a beard, says Joe. Yeah, we saw Jesse Lingard's post, everyone. Matter contract extension, any news? There's no news on that one. Although, someone DM'd me on Instagram, he didn't want me to give me his name out or his picture. And he said he sent me a picture of him with Matter and he was like he was speaking to Matter about me and Full-Time Devils and Matter gave his regards or whatever. Which he would. Matter's a legend. Hello, Matter. But he said he told Matter, how you feeling about Sanchez? And Matter was just like, obviously, this Matter could have been eating at the time, didn't want to talk to the geezer. There could have been many things going on. But could that also be because Matter's like, shit, my place?
Could be.
Could be just not infused. Like, he hasn't even got a contract renewal.
Obviously, you would, again, like...
Would you renew it?
Matter. Again, to me, it's like, sometimes when I watch him, he's not quick enough. But then you look at sometimes the little bits of magic he does do, he gets statistics. So I think again, like you'd be mad to let him go for free. Or like again, like if he was another top club, 100% be in for Matter for free. 100%. I think he'd be again.
I'm surprised I haven't been a few already.
Yeah, but again, like that would probably suggest that something probably behind the scenes has happened, or it's like United are kind of calm.
Or just told him, yes.
Yeah, like, you know, or at the same time, he could have like made know his position. But I don't know. I wouldn't get rid of him, but I don't know. Like I say, like he could take his place in the team, and again, that through Matt's. Like it's not going to be through his through his lack of effort, but it's like that's kind of what we need, and it's like your place is just maybe just going to go. So obviously at the same time, if another attacker comes, you're not going to be ecstatic, and like I am as a fan, but if you're in the team, that's direct competition for you.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that you can play anywhere.
It's like if you're working somewhere and then someone comes in, like
so
he might be a good worker, but at the same time, he's going to be taking my work. So, do we want him to come in?
At the same time, it's like I think like players will be modest. Like he's probably not going to be all up on his balls on it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, yo,
yeah, we're going to win the league, lads.
You know what I'm saying? He's probably just chilled in and like, yeah, nice one.
Yeah, and he was probably like with his missus. So yeah, probably didn't want to talk at the time too. But thanks for DMing me anyway with the picture. Nice selfie. Mo, yes, we can see your comment. Who's the brother with the badass beard on the left? I don't know which one you mean, like a couple. Which left?
Trust me, lower for those.
Do you think Mourinho will Conte to PSG? I don't think Mourinho's going anywhere now. When we sign someone like Sanchez, what has Mourinho got to be complaining about?
Yeah, well, obviously, I think at the same time he's complaining could have led to this signing. So
yeah,
I'm not too fussed about. But like I said to you before, like I think with Mourinho, it'd be crazy to me. Obviously, the players have been talking about he's going to leave. If you're telling me you're creating the squad that we're now creating at United, that you don't think of going anywhere. Personally, I said when he signed Pogba, I said that Mourinho will be here for 10 seasons. Because if I was a manager, I just want to be manager of whatever team Pogba's at. You know what I'm saying? Literally for the best part of his career, and I think he'll be successful. And then you look at the players added to that. Sanchez, like I said, I'm surprised we did get him because, like I said, like, I thought we should have been after him at the start of the season. But to finally get him, Mourinho's not going to go anywhere. Like, especially the same thing. Would you leave if Sanchez can kind of play at the level he's been playing over the last couple of seasons, continue that for the next couple of seasons?
Is he Conte leaving then? Mourinho's got into his head recently. That's the reason I put him on the thumbnail with his hair all gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if he goes, I don't think that's because of Mourinho. I think that's probably because of again. Like to be fair, I think Conte is a sick manager. I think he has done a good job at Chelsea, but at the same time, I don't think he's kind of been back to the transfer market. And he's kind of said a couple of times that it's not. They're not. Certain these players are my players. It's like I've joked a couple of times about.
Is he really going in for Peter Crouch?
But that's
Conte will go in for Graziano Pele or someone like that. Like, why is he going in for Peter? Like, Conte has not got Peter Crouch on any transfer shortlist of his anywhere.
But that's what I'm saying. So, like, if you're doing a job with what other men are giving you, so maybe he wouldn't, because at the same time, it's like his reputation's on the line. So that's what I'm saying. He's just getting mobbed. When we're looking at Crouch, and it's like, bro, I'm trying to. I'm
trying to do something here, leave me alone.
You know what I'm saying? And like, man's trying to sign Grouch over here. Like, he said, obviously, it's a bit pain. I feel a bit sorry for him, to be honest. Like I said, I think he's a class manager, but you know, your man's not being back. So I wouldn't be surprised. They're talking about the other Italian brothers might come in and just take his job.
Who?
Allegri.
Is he the one that was at Juve, or is he at Juve?
Yeah, but I'm sure they're talking about Allegri taking on, and it's like. It wasn't surprised. I was shocked when they got Conte because it didn't really make no sense to me. But again, like it wouldn't surprise me if they replace him with that Allegri. Like, but I think Conte's done a good job.
Is Allegri better than Conte?
I don't know. Apparently, like, I'm not wrong. They don't telling football needs to come back to Channel 4. And I don't really see, so.
They were the days, you know. That's how I got like R9, Batistuta. Even up to the Adriano days, like Crespo when he had short hair, he used to bang in all the goals. Nedved, Del Piero, like can you name an 11 from back then that you would like? Who would you be best 11 from the Channel 4 days?
Buffon was at
Parma. Yeah, still in goal. Buffon in goal.
Probably Maldini,
but Toldo was sick as well.
Yeah,
Toldo.
And then Pro Evo 3 or something. Trust me. I don't know, man. I always like kind of Nesta was sick.
I used to always want United to get Nesta. You know, just before we got Rio, we were linked to Nesta, and I was like, but it would never come.
There's quite a few players. Again, I think we should have signed. I knew about Buffon when he was at Parma. You get me, like, and it's obviously looking back now. So I knew he was a sick keeper then. Yeah. And it's like how did we? Apparently, I think we did go into probably sign, but again, it's like if you're Italian, Juve come in.
Even then, like they never left Italy. Yeah. They would go AC, or like even recently, Bonucci left Juve. He went to AC.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I'm not. That's why they had no choice but to sign to AC because they weren't going anywhere else.
Yeah. Obviously, it's like again, like you think it's like English players don't move abroad, and it really like.
But I think it would be good for English players. Like that's why I rate Bale so much.
Yeah, but again, like you hear that he's not, or stuff that comes out in the paper, you hear that he ain't really took to life over there. I think he struggles with Spanish. But obviously, they're talking about Sturridge could potentially. I'm sure, or there's talk of a move to him to Sevilla, and it's like he's openly said he want to go. Yeah, no, but I want to see how he does sort of thing, like because I think certain players they could do well, but at the same time, I think this England's so pushing and get top wages. Why would you? But again, I just think like going back to what you were saying, it's like I think certain players like you just want to stay in your own culture, and like if you're Italian, you don't want to come to. What do you come to England for? You know what I'm saying? Like if you stay in Italy, it's like your peoples are there.
But like if I play for like someone abroad, I would want to play for come to England. Like you know, if like obviously I'm a Man United fan, but if Derby County or next Premier League, I know Derby ain't in Premier League. If someone comes, you know, from the Premier League, Southampton. Yeah. I would go because it's England. Like even if Inter Milan were in for me as well, and people are like, "What are you doing, Inter Milan?" Like, I go
close to my house.
Yeah, my mum's is there and all that. Like, people don't realise how much. Like when people say, "Oh yeah, his wife makes his decision for them." Like these footballers' families play so much part in like where they stay, where they go. Like that's nuts. Like obviously you'd think. Big man worth 50 million or something. I make my own decision. But you'd be surprised how many of them are just like, I'm going to keep my wife happy. But like I say, happy wife, happy home. Something like that.
Some of them don't know, sorry to cut you next. Like some of them don't wear like, you know, they'll move. I'm sure like certain top players they'll move to a certain club. It's like Mourinho, for example, obviously I know he's not a player, but it's like he's family in London, he works in Manchester.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, but sometimes it can like, obviously it hasn't happened with Mourinho, say, but obviously, to players who we don't know, it's like that could always have a knock-on effect. Because like, just as a person, you ain't probably gonna be as happy if your family and kids are like 2 hours away, so you don't see them after training. You know what I'm saying?
Really didn't want to go to London for that reason.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I think you would have a big. Your family's obviously gonna have like an influence when it comes to transfers and like anyway.
People mentioning Carrick in the comments, which makes me think about Michael Carrick this week. Announced he's going to be on the coaching staff from the end of the season. He was in the away end. You see him in the away end dancing and singing and that. And remember when we used to be in college?
Yeah.
Like when we were in college, me and Dean, Tom went on. Tom Holt, are you watching? Holla. Tom Holt, yeah. Calling your name out. And a few others. Even like PV though as well. Like he used to say, Lampard and like Lampard, Gerrard and that. Like all them like used to say Gerrard, Lampard, and you say, nah, play Carrick, and them two will flourish. Went to the World Cup, got banged out. It was like, I told you so, play Carrick. And people never used to listen. Like, how do you feel now looking back on his career? Like, what is his legacy?
Obviously, to me, his passing range was just ridiculous. I think obviously he has been successful in Champions Leagues and that he's won Premiership titles. And at the time, it's again like it was at that time where people didn't think we would win anything again. We was going, obviously this is when when Mourinho came in and Chelsea was winning things, and like people were saying he's not, you know what I'm saying, he's not the man for midfield or whatever. But he's done a job over the years, and that like he's kind of now looked at as like a legend, if you like, at United in terms. Obviously he's one of the longest serving players in the roster now.
Player from the 08.
That's what I'm saying. Like he has been proper consistent. The only thing I think that the positive I think now moving on is the fact that obviously Matic to me is he's a better version of Carrick in a sense in terms of because Carrick would always just pivot. To me, never move with the ball. Like he literally just turn player for whatever. Whereas when you manage Matic will move with the ball. The only thing I think that
I would rather a peak Carrick.
Nah.
I feel Carrick brings a calmness to you though. I feel sometimes with Matic, like, I think he's played very well for United this season, like, up until the last month or two, where I think he's looked tired and like we've overused him, he's needed a rest. I think that's not totally his fault, but I do think Carrick brings that kind of composure to the team, whereas I think Matic does have that as well, but I just think Matic is Carrick's a little bit better. I don't know.
It'd be interesting to see them together in their pump, but but now the way football is now, I'd rather have Matic, especially with the person we've got. But I'd rather Matic, because sometimes when certain players get him through, Matic just comes back and beats them off the ball. Yeah. He's aggressive, and Carrick's not aggressive.
But he read the game very well. And because of that, he could get tackles in. And
I just think, me personally, I'd rather have Matic. Especially now, I think Matic is, to be honest, I think it's been, obviously we signed Lukaku, but I think Matic...
A lot of people disagree with you, but there's Superboy.
What are they saying?
He says, silly guy, stupid comment.
Nah, man.
In there, Pete, Carrick, fuck Matic. Carrick 100%.
Man said fuck Matic.
Superboy says Matic though. One person does agree with you. No one else is agreeing with you at the moment.
In this day and age, really, alongside Pogba, I'd have Matic over there, man.
Ooh, Denchman Joe says present Matic. Which is fair.
What's his name, bro?
Denchman Joe.
Yes, Joe.
Ryan, this is from Adidas. It's a little Alexander Wang thing. Adidas, send me some shit, man. Look how many people. Well, one person's asked today. But yeah, we could have got one extra sale if we had a link in my description below. Check Alexis Sanchez's Insta caption. We can do that. Anything you want to chat about, by the way? Has anything grinded your gears recently? We're doing Wally of the Week today as well, by the way, guys.
Grinding my gears. I don't know. There's a lot of things that are baffling. Like I said, it's like kind of been the. Obviously, it's probably been spoken about before, but in terms of the reception that United are getting for signing Sanchez, and it's like some of the people they're saying, "Oh, it's too expensive," and I'm just thinking, yo, I guess sometimes you think it's like these journalists, you just like City fans or what, or like you just super anti-Man United. What is the deal? Like,
how much are they paying you?
It's
for this PR?
People, it's like, I don't know. It's like the way people talk, like, oh, Sanchez is going to cost this much. I'm telling you now, Sanchez he's not going to earn more than the club. Like, they're not going to pay an employee. So it's like whatever the wages they're giving him, they can afford. They've knowingly gone into this contract, and it's like again, like United are creating their revenue. Obviously they have got United have got rich owners or whatever, but they're not putting that dough out of their own pocket to sign these players. You know what I'm saying? This is coming from the kind of the commercial revenue that United create. So it's like, I don't know, it's like it just baffles me. Like I say, the
money or trophies.
All the media's perspective.
Money. What was that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, it's crazy. Like,
but then again, most of these journalists are washed up, finished geezers anyway. That's kind of why like full-time devils, all these people, are so relevant these days, because these men that are on TV, you see like 5 old dudes sat around a table that no one could relate to, talking utter bollocks. Like they don't even watch the game. Yeah. So what was that geezer say the other day? If Andy Carroll never had injuries, it'd be Harry Kane. Well, since no one ever thought Andy Carroll could be Harry Kane. Like, he was never nothing more.
Canada racist, bloody hell.
But he also thought Suarez wasn't racist. So, yeah, he did go a little bit mad at that time day and age. Talking about Liverpool, they have kicked off. It's 0-0 after 8 minutes, but I think they're going to win this game by a couple of goals, unfortunately. And yeah, the press have a vendetta against United. They're jealous and always go against Manchester United. Matic has been poor lately. He needs competition. Should not be guaranteed a start, so still shining. Klopp, I've not seen who for a while. KDB signs a new deal the same day United signs Sanchez. The PR move by Man City again.
Even with that, like, it's funny. Like, if it is a PR move, I think he's probably. I hope it's coincidence, because that's just stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. Obviously, until your man's told me that in the comments, I didn't even know. But I think it's a bit funny. I seen an article the other day. It's saying saying how like how admirable it was how City like kind of pulled out negotiations or whatever for something. And it's like,
once they realised he wanted to go to Manchester United. When was Sanchez ever in Chile as a little kid like, oh, I want to follow in the footsteps of, I don't know, Colin Bell.
I don't understand the talk where he's talking like he wants to go back on the pitch. He didn't even play that much under Pep. Like, I don't understand.
He didn't, innit? He was always...
I don't understand why some people say, he wants to go back. I'm thinking, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't playing all the time under Pep, so why would he want to go back? Like, I said, like, it's so funny, and even that, it's like, I heard, I think it's on your stream, where it's talking about, like, we've, like, obviously the different players who played for both or whatever. And obviously, I know Zlatan has came out and said something. He's like, you hear other people say, like, I don't know if you ever heard what Samuel Eto'o was saying about him.
Yeah.
Like, Samuel Eto'o had some certain words about Guardiola and that. And he's not, I don't think he's the, although he's a good coach or whatever. Like, again, I think
he's not this angel that everyone paid to match.
Yeah, like, I don't know, obviously, like, I think he's just been, he's got a good age and took some very good jobs in it. Like, he took Barcelona with Messi, probably the biggest player in the world at that time. You know what I'm saying? You go to Bayern Munich, who walk it every season.
Me and you
or just won the quadruple, you know, or whatever. I'm sure they just won the quadruple or something then. You know
he was getting criticised at the end of his reign at Bayern for not winning the Champions League.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just won it.
I still find it mad that you can criticise someone for not winning the Champions League. But
that's
like, things didn't go to plan for him at Bayern Munich.
Winning the league's not, to me, it's not. Obviously, you could say that Dortmund could win the league, but like, come on, like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they take their best players every year, and you know what I'm saying? Like, Götze and all these something, and like, and obviously his City, he inherited a very good City squad anyway. It was obviously underperforming, and then he had like 200 mil.
Did you say City are dead at any point today?
Hmm?
Have you said City are dead at any point today?
No.
I haven't said that. What are you like talking about, bro? We're just talking about Pep Guardiola.
Oh, obviously, I don't understand the person. I don't. Obviously, he's not been tested. Obviously, he's been at big clubs, but obviously, City are doing sick this season. And
obviously, City are playing great.
Like, City are running away with it, innit?
What we're trying to say is, Pep's not this footballing angel that everyone paints him out to be. Like, he has his flaws as much as any other coach, and I think like the comparisons between him and Mourinho sometimes are just like they try and make it really pantomime or like really like cartoon villain kind of things, and I just find it stupid, man.
It's mad obviously that they was both at Barcelona, where like, you know what I'm saying, they both were, obviously Pep was obviously a former player, but it's like Jose at the time wasn't a big one, a number one, and then so it's about, I think even that in itself is kind of, so I think deep down I think they used to be cool, so really they're probably cool, but obviously it is kind of pantomime, innit? Or at the same time it's business, you're not gonna be like, you heard, I don't know if you've seen the interview where like Gerrard, Lampard and it's like they didn't chat to each other, so like even though they've worked in the same city a couple of times, mans are not linking up with man.
No, but Frank Lampard and Real were like best mates as well. That's the worst thing. So it's like not even like they were just football friends. They were actually like best mates. Like, it's crazy how like football can just separate guys like that. Darren Sweetman says Pep won fuck all last season. Thanks for that.
What is it? Pep's a checkbook manager.
Absolutely stoked. We've got Sanchez proving quality, says Little Yo-Yo. Sorry, Kalen. With Mata and Zlatan leaving in the summer, don't be surprised if we bring in another big name. One of Dybala, Bale, Griezmann.
Who's you take out of them for?
Dybala or Griezmann.
Yeah, but who would you take? That's it.
Not Bale. Because I think Bale's like...
Bale's the one who's
I'm scared of getting Bale and then he breaks down or something like that. Which is very possible. But I think if you managed Bale, he'd be very... But then Real are going to want like 100 mil.
Yeah.
Like then you may as well just spend that on Griezmann or Dybala. And then when you think Bale's going to play out wide, Dybala and Griezmann could play centrally. Griezmann.
I think to be honest now, I think we should be looking at like that.
Griezmann because of the French connection.
I think someone to go alongside Matic, and obviously everyone's getting on to me about Matic. Someone, obviously, I think if we have someone alongside Matic, and obviously Pogba will go. So I wouldn't even. It'd be nice to have them. We have got enough players up there now. So see what happens if Zlatan goes, I suppose. Which he will, I'm sure.
Someone said get Mahrez, not Bale.
Mahrez, Mahrez.
That's why I said it.
What big club has he done?
Hold on. Why are you saying Mahrez at right wing and we win the title? We just bought Sanchez, bro. Where are you putting Sanchez?
Man's from Algeria or something.
Who, Mahrez?
No, what is he, man?
Oh, is it like a fellow Algerian, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure. Mr. Problematic, where are you from?
He's off Algeria.
We need a CAM, not a winger.
I agree with it.
I think we should bid 100 mil. No, we don't need Conte. Sanchez scoring 20 to 30 a season.
100 mil is over the top, but and again, I don't understand when we got Pogba, why didn't we just get Kante as well? We could have got Kante for like 30 million or something. What did he go to Chelsea for? That's what I'm saying. At the time, it's like I was kind of questionable about Kante. But again, I don't watch all of Leicester's games, so I'm not gonna base it off just watching match of the day and 1-2 games which United. But if you're a manager, I'm assuming you'd have watched him more. It's like baffles me why we didn't sign him. So I got 100 mil is a bit much, but I agree with you. Like Kante would, we ain't gonna get him, but he would be sick to go on.
Oh, he's not Algerian. He's half Nigerian, half British from South London.
Who, Mahrez?
No, Mr. Problematic, not Mahrez.
Mahrez
ain't from South London, bro.
They got Nigeria. Francis Ngannou let them down.
Who let you down?
Ngannou against Stephen Miocic in the UFC, innit?
Oh, in the UFC. Yeah, you're a big UFC fan, innit? I watched it that day, but then after who was that geezer? Cormier. I fell asleep. That fight was mad still. You just put him in that, like, Jesus. What's it called? A crucifix.
Yeah.
He had his arms stretched out like that, yo.
Munched his face.
Yeah.
It's like, if you watch UFC, it's like he was always, you knew DC would be like, DC and John Jones. Obviously, John Jones way ahead of DC, but them two are just miles ahead of him.
But ain't John Jones on drugs and that?
Nah, he's failed a test, isn't it? But it's like, obviously,
he's got done over.
He's saying he's like a supplement got contaminated, but what he did get tested for, like basically tested for, like I think the day before the fight, and the steroid it was basically it's not. You have to use it for like I think 8 weeks or something to get any kind of benefit. So John Jones is a big man.
You working for John Jones PR team?
No. We get a job.
Phone him.
Trust me, we get a job.
Diego Simeone to Man United. See, I don't get this one. People want Diego Simeone, but he's more defensive than Jose.
Defensive.
I can't
remember who was sitting. They was talking. I'm sure I watched a Troops interview and he's talking about Simeone, and I'm like,
that he's not Arsenal.
Yeah, like that. I'm thinking like, so you'd be happy to go and watch defend.
Yeah, but you know what it is though.
And
you gotta think. He's speaking from the perspective that they've had 12 years of watching okay football, good football, and not win nothing.
Yeah.
So like, right there and then you're probably like with us, like I didn't want Mourinho 4 years ago, and then we had Van Gaal and Moyes, and I was like, yeah, Mourinho's the one, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like your perspective changes a little bit, innit?
Yeah, it's one of them. I was looking when I. Oh, is it Florida?
Oh.
I was a baller still.
You played for Villa, didn't you?
Yeah.
How many IUs are there about?
Andre's
Jordan.
Yeah, that's Jordan. Andre plays for
West Ham. There's a couple of others as well, I'm sure.
But yeah, I was gonna say with Arsenal, it's like if you look at their goals conceded record is atrocious to them. So I think even so, it's like if you look at our stats for this, like we can see like 16 goals in the Prem.
Yeah, with a joint
joint goal
with Chelsea, I think.
Yeah, but it's again like we've I think we scored like the third most goal. I think Liverpool and obviously City will score more than us. But if we can add more goals, to me, like, and obviously again,
if you look at Martial and Rashford, they're on 9. Well, sorry, they got 20 between them. 11 for Martial, 9 for Rashford. You got Lukaku's 3 away from 20. So you've already got 3 players there that you'd expect next season will get 20 goals, and then you add Alexis in another 20 plus. If you got a Lukaku and Sanchez who are getting 20 plus each, so you're saying 50 goals minimum.
Yeah, I think.
And then you can say to Martial and Rashford, use that chipping with 30 to 40. That's possible.
Yeah.
Just think about it a minute. Think about it.
It could happen.
Martial's already got 11.
Yeah, but that's in a season where he's had to he didn't start as much as probably he's wanted to. But I'm just thinking with another player added to that, you're not going to get as much game time.
Yeah, true.
And it's
but then,
are you going to be more clinical?
But Sanchez is coming from Mkhitaryan, so we're taking a man out. We've also lost Latin.
Yeah, but we're not counting his goal. I'm just thinking. I don't know. I just don't. In theory, I think that works, but I just don't. That's the reason why I think we have to buy Sanchez, because although I love Rashford and I love Martial, but I don't see none of them scoring.
Have we got the best attack in the Premier League now? On paper.
On paper, paper don't really matter. The paper don't
because really, when you look at cities and you think Sterling, for example, Sterling and Sane, you would probably have Mane and Salah over them. Innit?
Yeah,
on paper.
This season, Well, on paper, I think
Even
on paper, I think he'd probably take the over two, to be honest. But
Sterling and Sane.
I mean, on paper, I think Sane is on paper, I mean, he's class. And obviously, like you look at the money that Sterling's gone for, it suggests it's probably better. But because obviously, like how much did they pay for Salah? 30 mil, 45 mil. Mane come for about 20 something.
Talking going to Real in summer as well.
Again, I think. Well, I don't think he's a big enough name for Real. But I think on paper, I think we have got a tough forward line. But at the same time, it needs to be done on the field. And but again, I think Sterling has like he's had kind of the best form at the best times to get himself the best contract and the best moves. And I don't think he's great. I don't think technically he's that great at all. But he scores goals. I don't know how many goals he scored this season, like 17, 18 goals, something. And it's like you can't. I can say he's poor, but he's a goal scorer. That's what I'm saying. So it's like I can't. That argument is not even valid.
I famously once said I'd rather have Januzaj than Sterling.
That's what I'm saying. Where is he?
But at that time though, Januzaj had more natural ability than Sterling.
Yeah, you don't argue now. Technically, Januzaj's still probably better than him. But like in terms of obviously, like he just seems to have a knack of being at the right place at the right time. Obviously, playing amongst some class players. I don't know. You can't. Like I said, like I think Martial's better than him, but it's like the man scores more goals than him. So he's got more.
Martial is better than him.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. If you bet on actual form.
No. But then you say, why have you put Martial in Sterling's position, having played all those games in such an attacking outlet?
I don't know, man, like,
Sterling's got 14 gols in the Premier League.
That's what I'm saying. And 4 assists.
That's sick.
He's
got more goals than Lukaku in the Premier League.
So I'm saying, I don't think he's that great. But it's like, bro, you cannot like men-line numbers like men-line numbers don't end it like.
Well, he has played He's played 600 more minutes than Martial, which is like 5-6 games. And he's got 5 more goals. Just saying.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be interesting to see how many times was winning goals and that, because I know he has.
Who's getting top goal scorer? Kane. Harry Kane.
The way I see Salah get chances.
At the moment, for people at home, Kane's on 21, Salah's on 18, Aguero's on 16, Sterling's on 14, Lukaku's on 11.
But Salah's got 18 goals, 6 assists, 24 goals he's been involved in. Harry Kane, 21 goals, 1 assist. I was saying, Harry Kane's a thing.
You don't have to make goals.
Harry Kane's just like a living finisher, and so but again, so Aguero's got 16. It's like in that City team, if he starts, he could easily get.
And he's like, he could bag a hat trick next week and then a brace the next and he's top goal scorer.
Yeah, so like, I'll probably say Aguero to be honest.
I'm gonna say Harry Kane. Romelu Lukaku to come up near the back and win it. There's already 10 goals behind.
At the start of the season, I'd say, like, I think he should have more goals than his.
He should have words with his teammates. Like, what the fuck, man?
No, because at the same time, I think even like that's not if any player plays at United, you're going to get chances. So that's what Chicharito living off just tap-ins on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
people said we should bring him back.
I think that would have made sense maybe at the start of the season. To be honest. No. Not for the money they'd want, but I think at certain times he'd gobble up some of these chances that we get sometimes. I just feel like sometimes it's like I don't know, man. Like I say, Lukaku should have a higher return than he's currently got. Obviously, I know sometimes we play games.
Is that because of the team or because of him, or a mixture of both?
I think he's a mixture of both. Because sometimes the team don't really play to his strengths, but at the same time, it's like sometimes his touch is awful. I remember at the start of the season, when I was really active on Twitter, it's like people just getting on to it. Like it was like a training session, and then someone's like, "Oh, his touch is awful." Like he has someone pass it to him on this training video. It's like, "Oh," it's like ever since then, I swear, his touch. Like sometimes when I watch him, I'm thinking, bro, his touch is awful.
And then you look at the goal he set up at the weekend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But even he's like that's the Lukaku one where he hit me like. He's like literally he's hold off man. And obviously just put as soon as Martial got the ball, I think there it is. And obviously he did. But again, that's kind of what we need. I think that's what kind of going back to Sanchez. Like I think certain times when we go forward, when he gets bang, it's goal. Or you're putting on a plate for someone. It's like that's what we need to like literally because the game it was a tight game and like it was we didn't have that many chances, but literally you get that one chance, bang, and that's what kind of Mourinho teams of old used to do, like that 04-05 Chelsea team, just bang,
Lamps edge in the box,
yeah, just game over.
Little
like,
deflection.
I'm not gonna. You need to just be. I don't want to say.
You're rubbing,
but that's what I'm saying. But like, just that strong defense where literally as soon as we score, game over, and that's kind of. I think obviously that's what Mourinho wants, isn't it? That's what I think.
We're definitely building that team. Yeah. That's for sure. And on that note, we are going to call it a wrap there. We've been going for nearly an hour now. But thank you for watching. It's been madness with the Sanchez agreement and then this and that. So I know some of you will watch it later because some of you are probably watching next Sanchez videos right now. Straight after this video tonight, I'll be uploading 10 reasons why Alexis Sanchez is a great signing for Manchester United, as if you needed them. We're also going to start, I think, after probably... What date we're on? Probably after one more of these, the week after, so February, we're going to start our general chat podcast as well. So if you've got any suggestions for names, yeah, get them in the comments, because I can't think of a name for that podcast. Anything to add, Dean?
Oh man, that's been good, man. Also, I watch your channel, innit, so it's good to be a part of it, innit? Like, I watched...
We're going to keep it coming. We're going to then, by the time, in 3-4 months, me and Dean are going to have our own channel running by then. So it's slowly starting from these streams to the podcast to the YouTube channel. To Dean being as big as KSI or something like that.
You won't hear none of that whack music from me.
Shots fired. Anyway, yo, thanks for watching, man. We're going to get out of here. Peace. Oh, yeah. Sanchez is a red bitches.